अस्सलाम वालेकुम ख़वातीन हज़रात, सिप्तान काज़मी आप और आपके एक और प्रोग्राम के साथ आपके सामने पेश खिदमत। आज my guest, she is of course originally from Pakistan. Her Urdu is fantastic, but she requested if I can talk more in English. So ladies and gentlemen, without any delay, I would like to introduce Tamanna Khan. Tamanna, assalamu alaikum.
Salam, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
No, pleasure is all mine. When we met at the Chandrat Mela, and you were wearing a sash that says Miss in Pakistan, no, Miss South Asia, I'm sorry. So tell me about this Miss South Asia. Where, when, where, how?
Miss South Asia was actually, this show was actually held by Jinder Chauhan.
Okay.
She's the CEO of the Miss India America pageant held in Los Angeles. The show was actually held by Star Plus. So the pageant that I went to was originally owned and run by Star Plus. So everything that was going on in the show was by Star Plus. It was obviously aired on Star Plus TV also. So the show was by Star Plus and Jinder Chauhan was the CEO. I got a chance to go to the show and go compete against other people my age. Some were older than me, some were younger than me. It was a big crowd. It was really nice. And
where was it held?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh,
yeah.
And you live in Virginia?
Yes, I live in Virginia and I traveled all the way to California just for this show.
Wow.
And luckily I won Miss South Asia USA.
That's fantastic. So you knew what the prerequisites were, of course, for the show?
Yeah, because she sends all that to you.
Okay.
But also when you go there, we have a training time. So within that training time, we have 2 days to get trained and get to learn everything you have to learn in order to become a pageant winner.
Oh.
And once you complete that, the day of the show is the last day, which is the third day of the 3 days you have to be there.
So those 3 days are the training?
The
session.
2 days, the first 2 days are training, and the last day is the competition.
Oh, so pretty much 2 days.
2 days of getting ready, and that's all you have.
And how many girls were in it?
There was about, I'd say 50 to 60 girls, and then we also had guys also. So we had like about, in total of 200 people, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah.
And these girls and guys, were they from all Pakistan or South Asia?
It was.
Well, it's called Miss South Asia, so I'm guessing.
It was a show basically based off Mr. and Miss India, and then it also had different titles like Mr. South Asia, Miss South Asia, Miss South Asia, and Mr. South Asia USA, Miss India California. Like it had different titles. So there was about, I think the day of the show, there was like 10 or 12 titles that were given out to girls.
Okay.
And there was 10 to 12 titles that were also given out to guys.
So what attracted you to be in the pageant?
What attracted me was that my father himself is in the Bollywood industry. He's been singing since he was 16.
Oh, wow.
So as I was growing up, I watched my father always go to shows, concerts, interviews, appearances, seeing him shoot videos, his music. So I grew up watching my father be a celebrity in a way, you know. So watching him, and I'm his only child, it was my duty in a way to carry it on.
I can relate to it. I can definitely relate to it. I don't think I'm doing as good of a job as a son of my father as much you're doing as a daughter of your celebrity father. That's fantastic. So since you got the crown of Miss South Asia, has your life, you see anything different in your life? Any
I do, yes,
more experiences?
I do. Yes, it's just when I won the crown, it was a nice feeling. Of course, I felt great. I felt like I accomplished something without getting my father's help.
Correct.
Because I've always wanted to do things on my own than to go forward with my father doing everything for me. So once I won, I got many people, because when you go to the show, there's celebrities, there's producers, there's directors, there's so many people that come to the show as a special guest, and you get to meet these people. There were so many people that talked to me from Hollywood that wanted to do movies. There was an Indian comedian who's in the Hollywood industry himself. He talked to me and he was like, I would love to work with you, gave me his contact information. I had modeling shoots, Calvin Klein shoot.
wow.
I've had a lot of photo shoots going on. Also, I've gotten involved with a lot of shows over here. I've been doing appearances, special appearance, special guests. I've been going to concerts, melas, festivals, all these type of things. But mostly I got involved with the United Punjabi team.
Okay.
And of course I would, because they're mostly a charity-based team.
Wow.
So United Punjab is more of a charity-based team. Yeah, of course we do entertainment. Who doesn't need entertainment in their life, right? We all need entertainment.
We all need to be entertained.
But it is a charity that is non-profit. So basically everything that we do from entertainment goes and helps people.
Wow.
So I don't think many people knew that, but they just set that out
I want you to go back. United Punjabi is doing whatever they earn from
anything. It's in there, it's for them, but it goes into charity. It helps people out. Like if people need help, if
something
people
to
need
be
anything.
noted, people. That is something very noble, what United Punjabi is doing. It's fantastic. Okay, please, carry on.
So I've been getting involved with them a lot.
Okay.
They do a lot of shows. I go with them now and I perform at their shows, or I talk at their shows, or do whatever.
And you're originally from Pakistan? Or you were born and raised here?
I was born and raised here. I'm
Okay.
originally from Afghanistan.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. So do you speak Dari or Farsi?
I speak Farsi. I can speak Urdu, but my Urdu is not too great.
Okay, no worries. no worries. I'm with you. But do you speak Pashto?
No.
No.
I can't speak Pashto.
That's a difficult language.
Yeah, that's a different language. That's difficult also.
A lot closer to Dari though, no? No, Dari is
Not
more
really.
closer to Farsi.
Yes, that is
Okay.
more fun.
So what are you doing now? Are you in school? Are you working?
I am in school, yes. I'm trying to get a degree in criminal justice.
Okay.
So I am in school.
Fantastic.
I do work. I actually have my own businesses that I'm working on right now. I also just started my own clothing line for
wow.
self-motivated life quotes.
Okay.
So it's for the youngsters who don't really follow their dreams as much, you know. So my quotes are based off quotes to motivate you and actually continue on doing things that you want to do. Like, don't ever give up on your dreams.
Correct.
Because I have gotten to a point to where I started giving up in my life with what I wanted to do, like my dreams and goals. But I pushed myself more and I succeeded in the pageant.
Wow. So end of this month, there's a pageant coming up, Miss Pakistan. You heard about it?
Not really.
Yeah, they're doing it in Rockville, and they have 9 contestants, I would say. Do you think you want to be in that?
I wouldn't mind. I love doing these pageants
Yeah.
because when you go to these pageants, you experience a lot.
Correct.
Meeting different people from different places.
Absolutely.
Meeting people with different lifestyles. You learn a lot about other people and it makes you realize worth of life, like the meaning of life. So you realize more and you look at all these people, like I've met so many people there, like some of them, their parents passed away, or some of them, their mother passed away, or their father passed away. And I just look at them and I'm like, wow, like, and you're here. Like,
That's
you're
amazing.
at this show and you're trying to do this. And they're like, yeah, I'm just doing it for my mom or dad.
And I don't know if you're aware of this, Nat. For the last 22 years, my wife and I have been doing Miss India DC pageant.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
22 years. Our marriage is 19 years old. Our pageant is 22 years old.
So let me guess, you guys met at the pageant and got married?
No.
No.
We met at fashion shows.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole different chapter when I was a lot younger.
Oh,
many,
wow.
many moons ago. So at this moment, yeah, her and I have been doing it. As a matter of fact, our pageant is coming up on September 17th. But Miss Pakistan is coming up end of July. And you know, this is really because on the average, people will think that Pakistan or Afghanistan are such conservative countries. They don't have such things, which is so incorrect. And it's amazing, and hats off to girls like you, that you are stepping up above the crowd and say, you know, no religion or no Islam or no culture of ours ban this.
Exactly.
It's not that you're walking around in a two-piece.
Exactly.
No, you are promoting your country, your culture. Yes, you are the source and you become the key to be able to promote our culture in our country.
Yes.
And it's fantastic. So I'm like, just a recommendation, if you're interested in Miss Pakistan, you should contact them.
Of course.
And,
And I totally agree with you. There's so many girls that actually don't go forward with what they want to do. There's so many girls that want to do modeling, they want to act, they want to sing, they want to go to these pageants, but they really can't. Why? Because culture, religion, parents are so old-fashioned. Like, there's so many reasons to why these girls don't get to go. But my father's pretty old-fashioned. But knowing from where he comes from, like his industry and everything, his singing, I pushed myself. My father has always told me, I will do it for you. I'll make you a movie star. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. But I looked at him when I wanted to go to the show and I was like, I want to do something on my own for once. Feel like I achieved something by myself.
Yeah.
So it's true. Like, I see girls so many times. Like, there's so many girls that I saw at the shows and they're like, my mom would never let me do that, or my dad would never let me do that. And I look at her and I'm like, you know what? If that's your dream and if that's what you want to do and if you want to go show your talent somewhere, do it. I promise you, at the end, they will end up supporting you. And that's
Absolutely.
true. Like, no matter what you do, you'll always support your kids.
I say the same thing to my children. I have 3 kids and my daughter is 15. And I say to her, it's like, Beta, you have to have a hobby and a passion. Whatever it is. If you have a passion, I will support you. And that's hats off to your dad, and that he supported you and he did not object on you to be a contestant, and it wasn't even local, all the way to LA.
All the way to LA.
Hats off to him. Please tell him I said Assalamu alaikum, and great. And I want to meet him one day and learn parenting.
Of course.
From him, because I have 2 daughters also.
Yeah. And it's just, to me, it's like, come on, how many kids go to school for like 30 years, 20 years, 25 years just to become a doctor? There's so many people that have actually got their doctor's degree and they're not happy with what they're doing.
Oh, yes,
because
absolutely.
their passion is not in being a doctor.
Yes.
So it's better to wake up every morning and know that you're doing something you love doing and you look forward to every single morning.
And plus, in your generation, there was a time like if you have to be a lawyer or a doctor or a CPA or an engineer. They were the only 4 fields.
Yes.
But in today's industry, in today's time and age, there's so much. World is at your fingertips.
Exactly.
So are you in college right now, or?
I'm in college right now.
Okay.
I do study criminal justice, but my heart is more into my modeling and acting and singing and basically my talent, things that my dad raised me doing.
Correct.
In the future, I'm planning on in a couple months going to India and start working on movies and music. So, just continue what I love doing, Because I've always taken classes for acting, always taken classes for dancing, always taken classes for singing. My dad actually trained me himself to sing. So I only took classes for acting and dancing, and that's what I love doing.
You sing good?
Yes, I do sing.
Wow. And what language?
I can sing in any language for you.
Are you serious?
I literally, if I sing Urdu, I can sing Urdu fluently. I'm
like, we got time.
No.
Do you mind? Come on, my audience will love it.
I know, maybe one day.
Not today?
No.
And so when you sing Urdu or song in your languages, do you like any particular poet? Or you sing mostly Bollywood songs, or?
Sing mostly Bollywood.
Right.
Bollywood.
Because usually what happens with singers, any singers I know, like I did a long time ago, I did a show with Miss Asha Bhosle, and I asked her the same thing, that would you just sing a random song just to have a song in the movie, or do you have a favorite poet whose song you like to sing? And she goes, to earn a living, sometimes we have to compromise. However, I do have few particular poets who I love their poetry, and she loves that. So do you think down the road you will pick a poet and compose the music?
Probably.
And
maybe
sing?
Down the road. Maybe when I'm like in 20 years of experience, hopefully.
All right. Okay, Tamanna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's mine.
Thank you so
Ladies and
much.
gentlemen, Septan Kazmi signing off. Khuda Hafiz.